You know that feeling after a workout, usually about 24 hours later, where you are so sore that you can barely lift your arms, you're no longer able to sit down and stand up gracefully, you fall down and have to push yourself up. Well, I have a fix for you today, and I'm going to talk about the techniques that I use to help alleviate post-workout soreness or delayed onset muscle soreness. My name is Alexandra Ellis from aewellness, and I'm a body nerd and self-care expert. And I realize that I'm not the only one who's getting sore from workouts, and I too want to be able to move and walk around my environment without looking like I'm 400 years old. So, the number one thing that I do when I'm sore is actually a combination of stuff. So, it's not really a number one thing, but number one in that self care is essential. So, not just stretching, which really just pulls the muscles and fascias from end to end, but tools that are able to get right into the center of the tissues and really create change. While popular belief is that it is a buildup of lactic acid that makes you super sore, or crystallization of lactic acid after a workout, that's just not been proven in the literature. What really is making you sore is that there has been trauma to the tissues. That's part of getting stronger. That's part of using your muscles. Usually a little bit of micro trauma, nothing too crazy, or you would have a strain or a sprain, but enough to create discomfort or a little bit of swelling sometimes. So my self-care program involves dealing with that stiffness and soreness and swelling so that I can move more efficiently, move better, and get back to training quicker. So a new technique that I've been using more recently is cupping. So this is a silicone cup. I'll put the link down in the description below for where I got these, just off Amazon. And you may have seen, swimmers. Michael Phelps had all of those cupping bruises all over his back in the last Olympics. And cupping as itself is a really wonderful tool to help decompress the tissues, to help restore fluid flow in the area, to help kind of clear out any cellular debris like that swelling and that's causing the discomfort. It just really help to almost like wash the area, sort of. That's not really what's happening, but that's the way I like to think about it. Now, you don't have to use cups to bruise. That's one way people use it. I personally think that a bruise is additional injury. And so if you're just going after the bruise, not necessarily the best idea. But what you can do with cups and what I do, so I just did a really hard lower body workout the other day, and hips and thighs, quads, hamstrings, inner thighs were all really sore. So I used my silicone cups. It works best to, or personally, I like it best when you slide them around. So you'll want to use some type of lubricant, whether it's coconut oil, which is really easy. You could probably even use olive oil, just something, massage oil, so the cup can easily glide over the surface of your skin. And for this one, I just give it a little press, and you can kind of see how my skin is being pulled. Well, this cup is a little bit too big for here, but how my skin gets pulled up into the cup. That's exactly what you want. And then you'll just slide it around. Now you'll need an appropriate sized cup for the area that you're targeting, which is why this set is really great because it comes with a bunch of different cup sizes. But just keep the cup moving with suction over the area you're working, and that will really help to improve the fluid flow in the area, to help clear out some of that discomfort from the inflammation and restore the ability of the tissue layers to slide over one another. So we feel stiff, and that is part of that inflammation process. And so this will help you feel less stiff so you can move better. This is usually what I do, in that 24, 48-hour window, because the next option is a little bit more intense. So some of you may want to jump right to that. It's not my cup of tea. But next, what I like to do is use therapy balls. Now, this is a Yoga Tune-Up Therapy Ball Plus, and the reason why I like this, I've talked about it before, but it's really grippy. Do you guys see that? It also has, or squishy, and it also has grip. So you can see how my skin gets twirled into the ball. And that too is going to help improve the stretch of the tissues, help to improve fluid flow. And massage of any type helps muscles and their connective tissues to relax. So if your muscles and fascia are a little bit bundled up just from, again, a hard workout or whatever, this tool will help them to further relax and to restore the natural elasticity of the muscle. So it's another thing that with inflammation, everything gets stiff, and we're trying to unstiffify ourselves so that we can get back into the gym and working out. Or maybe it's not into the gym. Maybe you just want to be able to walk down the stairs and walk your dog without hobbling, which was my problem for a few days. So this is my latest go-to routine, is a little bit of cupping. How long to do it? I would say just run the cup along the area that you want to work on until you stop feeling change. So for me at first, especially around my legs, it was really intense. And as I started to feel it become less intense, that was an indication that change was happening. And so I stopped. Also, if you know that you bruise easily, when you start to see a lot of redness developing, that's probably an indication that you're on that bruising border. And so to avoid bruising, I would say just stop, do the other side, and you can come back to it so that we keep the health of the capillaries and blood vessels and everything that's in that limb or area you're targeting intact. So we keep everything healthy and safe. So do this as long as you feel change. Same with the therapy balls. Roll around on the area. You can either move the ball around or you can just park the ball in place and move that around. I'll put a link below for my playlist all about how to use the Yoga Tune-Up therapy balls so you can have a bunch of ideas. Just do these self-care techniques until you stop feeling change happen. And that change is going to be towards the better. So you're going to feel better, you're going to be able to move better, and then you're going to be able to train even harder if you want. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you want to learn more about how to maximize your mobility to live pain-free in your body, be sure you check out my website at aewellness.com and stay tuned right here for more videos.